Here we are, shirtless, making this sandwich. It's just absolutely absurd that we've made it this far and that I even considered that this was appropriate in any way to not wear my shirt and do this. All right. Bologna sandwiches, I don't know, I think I have a special place in like the American lunch food pantheon. Hi, I am Mason Hereford and I'm here at the Munchies Test Kitchen. We did 3 videos today and we were hoping to change the outfit between each video, and I only brought 2 shirts. So that just explains where we're at now. I'm gonna cook a bologna sandwich, which is also the cover of my new cookbook, Turkey and the Wolf Flavor Trippin in New Orleans. So we're gonna cut this bread like over an inch thick. Ideally, you're able to buy white bread from a baker so that you can slice it yourself. And what that's gonna do is give us the option to have 2 textures. Crispy and delicious on the outside, but on the inside, sort of steamed and chewy. Spread some butter onto our bread. I always recommend that you have room temperature butter at your house. It lasts longer than you think on your counter. So 1 slice in, 2nd slice good to go. I didn't love bologna sandwiches growing up, and I knew that I wanted to make a better version. It wasn't until I discovered the bologna made by my friends Leanne and Dan at Piece of Meat Butcher Shop in New Orleans that I knew that there was, like, just the bologna itself could be this good. It's totally different. It's ground meat and also cubed up meat that's been separately brined. It's all mixed together and it's smoked. We're gonna cut the bologna 3 slices is what we do at the restaurant. And I'm gonna fry that in the same pan as the bread. We have a resting rack here, and that's for a reason. Right now, this bread is sort of soft and like almost floppy. And if I were to put mayonnaise and bologna on this right now, it wouldn't really have what I like to refer to as the structural integrity to hold up those ingredients. But if you let the air flow around it, it'll crisp back up, and then it'll be like a nice crispy toast. But you'll still have a little bit of that chew in the center, which is why we cut the bread the thickness that we did. A little bit more thought goes into it than expected, which is hilarious in my opinion. One thing that we have yet to do is cut our Shredduce. Basically, Shredduce is lettuce that's cut thin. We named it Shredduce. We like to think we were the first to do it. We also like to think that that was a clever idea. Bologna is going into the pan. You don't need to put anything in the pan. There's a little residual butter from the toast, but really there's fat in the bologna, so it can go right in. We're gonna melt some American cheese on there, and then we are ready to make our sandwich. And I'm still somehow not wearing a fucking shirt. All right, bologna's been in there for a minute. It's got some good color on it. I'm gonna flip it over, sort of overlap the bologna so there's not an open area in the center, because you're gonna glue it together with your American cheese, and you don't want that cheese to sort of melt through the center. I'm gonna take the heat down to low, let that finish slowly. As you can see, our bread is rested. It's now crispier than it was before, which is exactly what we want. So we can start building our sandwich. We're gonna do Duke's mayonnaise on one side and Tay's mustard on the other. We go liberal on our mustard and mayonnaise applications. 3 tips for making a sandwich. If I only had 3 tips for making a sandwich, they would be, think of your bread as a component of the sandwich, not as just what you have in your pantry. Don't forget about texture. Sandwiches need texture just like any other plate of food. And last but not least, wear a shirt. I don't know, you only got 2. The Shredduce has gone on the mayonnaise side. We've decided as a team at Turkey and the Wolf that it's very important that the lettuce is next to the mayonnaise. It just doesn't come off the same if you have the mustard and the lettuce together. The mayonnaise must touch the lettuce. It's just important. Try it both ways and you'll know. All right, out of the pan, we are seared. Next up is the chips. We like to do a very big pile of chips. I've been grabbing chips for a long time, so I'm capable of grabbing a whole lot at once. That's gonna go on top. You then perch the mustard-laden slice of bread on top. Take a moment to admire, and then my personal favorite part, the crunch down. We don't serve it cut in half at the restaurant so that the customer has the chance to crunch it down themselves. I am gonna cut this one in half because I like the idea of possibly sharing it because I'm not gonna eat the whole thing. And here we go, a bologna sandwich. I don't eat it every day, but no, it has not gotten old yet. All right, how? This is not gonna work. Maybe if you could just tie it all around me. There you go, yeah, I can use, yeah, there you go. Yeah, that was smart. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought about going that like that. Yeah, it looks great. I'm feeling this, for sure.
This is pretty.
I don't know where you're gonna tie it off. No, you don't need to, it's perfect.
No, it's perfect.
For the bologna sandwich recipe, click below, and you can find it there, or you can find it in my cookbook. Thank you.